Thank you for joining me with chair yoga. Make sure you find a comfortable chair to sit in. Adjust as you need. If you need blocks under the feet, please feel free to grab some. Pillow, maybe you need to sit on a pillow to make it more comfortable. But again, work at your own levels, okay? So as we place our feet in front of us, make sure the heels are under the knees so we've got lots of stability, that we listen to our bodies, that there's no pain. Just begin our breath nice and deep. Let our shoulders begin to relax. And just let go. Now you can find a spot on the floor, you can close your eyes, whatever makes you feel more relaxed. Notice how the shoulders feel today, the neck. And give yourself permission just to let everything go. As we begin to drape and relax, let the hands guide to the side. Let the fingertips dip into that empty bucket of water beside us, reaching for the very bottom. Breathe into the heart, let the heart come forward, the shoulders roll back. And then we're keeping the hips on the chair. We're not going to twist so much to the hips, but just a very gentle spinal movement. Just float the hands over to the right, or whichever side you started with, then over to the left. And as we do so, just notice the spine's gentle movement. And with that spine moving and extending, I want you to add the breath in. So we're not closing up the body, kind of going slow from side to side. We want to open up the chest. So it's not so much the hands movement as all the way up the arms to the shoulders. Palms are up, will help the shoulders roll back. But if that's not comfortable, adjust as you need. Imagine your arms flowing through the wind. Nice soft wind. Nice gentle roll through the shoulders. Just warming them up. Now with that wind, I want you to create a nice deep breath. So breathe into one side. You'll notice the arms have to slow down. We don't want to brush breath. Exhale to the other. Breathe into this side. Down to the other side. And just flow. Yeah, so we begin to loosen some areas up in the lungs. And if we don't use our full lung capacity, parts of our lungs begin to stick together, making it harder to get that nice deep breath. So really encourage the breath to open up. So one more time on this side, and then bring the hands to the front and just let them float down by your sides once again. Take your hands to your chest, take a deep breath in, guide your breath to the fingertips. Now this is where we usually stick our breath. This is usually where we stay and then we release. So let's bring the hands down to the floating ribs a little deeper. Take an extra breath here. It might be challenging for some of us, so open it up. Feel tall, tall, tall in those chairs. And then lower the hands to the diaphragm. Feel your belly expanding a little more. Take a couple breaths here, no rush. And wherever you find most challenging, stay there. And then into the belly. Now for many people, to expand the belly is an uncomfortable feeling because we're so used to pulling the belly button in, thinking of getting that flat core. But every time we work the belly, we're strengthening and lengthening. So it's a really good, powerful core workout when you breathe into your belly. So don't underestimate that we're expanding the belly is going to make your belly bigger. We are lengthening, strengthening, toning. All that's happening with just our breath, massaging the organs. Beautiful. Feel it into the hips. Great, let the hands slide down those knees, roll those hands over those kneecaps, just warm them up, soften them up. And again, notice your posture. Are you rolling in? Are you collapsing? Try each time to go a little bit wider with the heart as your hands move to the sides. Opening up around the knees, opening up around the heart. Now we can feel our backs begin to bend as we arch over. I want you to think of leading with your heart, lengthening your spine. Perfect. And then one more time. Reverse. Bring the hands in towards the hips and then back down to the knees. And again, if we can't get that low, that's fine. Just do what you can. Even just a gentle touch of your hands on your body, awakening the energy, and just nurturing. And our bodies release endorphins, giving each other hugs. Those are endorphins being released automatically from the brain. That's how important connections are. So as we release the hands back around, bringing them up onto the thighs, release the hands to the front, up to the sky, belly, chest open, shoulders relax back. Feel a little contraction in the back. Bring the hands to the front, draw the belly button in. Exhale, curve that spine. Tuck in that belly, relax your shoulders. Inhale, grow tall, chest, belly. Arms can rise or they can stay down. Perfect. Exhale, core strength, chest, power through the back as we lengthen. Inhale one more time. Beautiful. A very gentle cat and cow motion. And as we come to the knees with the hands, come up nice and tall. Release the hands wide into prayer. And softly relax. Let your chest open. Let the palms come forward as your elbows roll back. Opening up the chest. Relax your elbows. Now again, if this hurts the shoulders, lower the hands down a bit more. But we're just going to twist like a drum from side to side. Imagine your wrists are those beads that tap that drum as we wave through the motion. And once again, if this bothers any part of my shoulders, my back, I can be down here. Elbows can be soft. I might even just be rolling the shoulders from side to side. Let your gaze follow. And then add those beads a little higher if you like. Beautiful. So notice how your body begins to open and release. No longer contracted and compressed and held back. Beautiful. We can get bigger, we can get smaller, whatever works. One more time each side. Perfect. Hands come back down to the knees. Take a deep breath in. Open the chest as the hands slide up the belly. And we're just going to forward fold. So make sure your heels are under the knees. The toes are poking out. And beyond those knees, we're just going to roll the body down. Belly, chest. We stop where we need. We can even hold our bodies up. But lower down towards those toes. Opening that lower back as we've just massaged it from side to side. Maybe the crown releases, but beware if they have high or low blood pressure. Keep the head a little bit higher than the heart. Shoulders pulled back. Find that beautiful breath you have. Perfect. Now take a deep breath in. Engage your core. Tuck your tailbone in and begin to use your torso to lift your body up as well as your breath. Exhaling. Coming softly up, slide your left arm across those knees, across those thighs. Right hand to the right hip, look to the right side of the room. Drop your right shoulder back. And breathe. Feel your hip drawing away from the ribs. Slowly exhale, release other side. Right hand across those knees, left hand to the hip, shoulder back. Once again, switching sides, take your hands across. Try not to lean into that arm, but to think tall and lengthy as that right hand floats to the right hip. Knees are parallel, we're not pulling the knees with us. Great work. Lengthen through the body, we should not feel pinching, and as we switch sides one more time, lengthen, draw the shoulder back. Perfect. And release. Coming up slowly. Come to center first, then roll your body up. Try not to roll out of a twist without coming back to center. Take your right hand to your left cheek. Softly placing it on the cheek. We're not going to pull. We're going to lift the elbow, drop the shoulder, and if this is too much, we can be lower. Breathe in to your neck, your shoulder, and look over your right shoulder. We're not pulling, it's just a guide. Look to that right elbow. Open and breathe. Now think tall as we exhale, coming up. Let the hand come back down to the lap. We're gonna switch. Left back of the hand to the right cheek. Look to the elbow, and then breathing in. Take your time. Exhale, relax, breathing in. If you're tight on one side, add a couple more breaths there. Take a little more time. Beautiful, release, come down slowly. Switching sides one more time. Right hand, left cheek, look to the elbow, breathe in. Grow taller, opening through the neck. Let the left shoulder just release and soften. Close your eyes if you need to. Belly breath, and release slowly. One more side. Left hand, right cheek. See that elbow. Breathe in as you gently move. The focus of your mind be just completely on your body, letting everything else go. And then when you're ready, slowly release. Good job. Let the hands go down by the sides. We're going to take the right shoulder towards that right ear, slowly lifting. Let the left shoulder completely relax. We're going to roll back the shoulder into its pocket. We're going to drop the shoulder slowly down. We're going to stop here. We're going to reverse. Left shoulder up to the back, right shoulder up to the back, right shoulder up towards the ear, and then slowly back and down. Now we'll tend to want to curve and curl up and contract into that right shoulder as we move it. Try and stay as tall as you can, bringing the shoulder up slowly and around, and then back down. Feel the length, feel the height. Good, and one more time. Bring the shoulder up towards the ear, and then slowly back down and down. Relax both shoulders, roll both shoulders back, lift, roll, and lengthen. Bring them back up. Pause, and then back down. Sometimes breaking up our circles are good because we don't just unconsciously move. We have to think about the stopping and the starting. Now notice if you're pushing your chin out, tuck it in. Gentle and soft. Last one. Roll the shoulders back, open and breathe into the chest. Draw them up for a gentle contraction, and then train the muscles to lengthen as we lower them back down and release the tension. So both arms are relaxing. Take your right shoulder up, left shoulder now. Switching sides to the left and down. Take it back, up, hold there, and reverse. Now our body likes to cheat, so it might try to contract your right glute, engage your right foot. Try to relax your legs. Relax your right arm as we work through the left. Wonderful. And then one more time, bring it up. Little contraction, and then training the muscles to let go. Sometimes they forget. So both shoulders up, back, softly lowering. Reverse it. Up, hold, breathe, and then take it back down. To be strong and lengthy is the goal. Not always just strong and powerful, but we need to train the muscles to be strong, but then also remind them they need to release. Perfect. Let those shoulders come right down. Let the arms dangle to the sides. And as we scoop the air up, take it to prayer. Lower to prayer. Fingertips to the sky. Breathe into the belly through the chest. Extend those arms through the sides and then sweep it up to prayer. And then one more time, take it low, let those arms float out to the sides. And carefully back to prayer. Perfect. Now we've relaxed the shoulders. We don't want to gain tension back into the shoulders. So softly take your hands just at the sides for balance so we feel strong. We're going to walk our right foot towards the left. We're going to cross the ankle if we can. Knee is over the ankle, knee is in line with the hip. Now if we can walk that foot up, maybe we have a small stool we put the ankle on, a block. Maybe we have a pant leg that we can grab, but we're going to draw that foot up, flexing the foot to protect the knee and the hip. Find your posture. So even if you're holding the leg, holding the foot, bring your shoulders back. Plant the left foot, hold and breathe. Now see how that right hip feels. So in our sitting pigeon, we lengthen the spine, and then we fold at the hips. So we don't want to curve the back, we want to fold gently down. So take that chest, as I have a string, and I'm just slowly pulling it forward. And now as soon as you feel that tension, that tightness, breathe. Let your body relax and melt into positions. Shoulders stay back and down towards your hips. Find the neck nice and long. Just breathe into this position. Many of us carry a lot of our stress in our hips, so we need to take the extra time to let that tension go. Perfect. Now as we come up, we can roll the spine a little bit by tucking the tailbone, coming out of our right-legged pigeon, carefully lowering that right leg just to protect the knee. Do little soccer kicks. Perfect. Now, once we plant the left foot back to the floor, we're going to do a heel tap and a toe tap. So as we do so, this motion can be very small, so we're just working at the ankle level, or we can take that heel back with the toe nice and close, heel forward, toe back. Working through that hip. You'll feel an extension and a draw back, an extension. Notice how your hips begin to tilt. So if you're on a cloth chair, be careful not to pry and pull against that chair. I'm on a plastic chair, so it's a little more slippery, so I can slide a little easier. So just be aware of what you're sitting on. Extend, lengthening, and draw back. Wonderful. Now as we concentrate, don't hold your breath. Breathe in and exhale. Bring it back. Breathe in. Now we can always add arms. We can extend both hands, press to the toe, bring the hands back to prayer. Press it out. And coming back to prayer really allows us to come nice and upright and extend. With the extension of the arms, we start adding a little more spinal twist. And if you feel safer looking forward, look forward, extend, or look just over the left knee. Extending, keeping the neck in line with the spine. For 3 more. We should feel some warming happening through that leg. Shoulders are soft. And even through the hands, we're lengthening as we extend away. Perfect. Bring that leg in, those hands in, and just walk it out. Wiggle those hips a little bit if you can. Give them a bit of a break and see how you feel here first. When you're ready, begin to walk your left foot to your right. Cross the ankle, let the body have a chance to prepare for what we're doing. Bringing the leg up, grab your pant leg, bring that ankle up if you can. Use a block, use a stool. Now as we flex the foot, we protect the joints of the knee and the hip, we come upright. Draw the chin in. Relax the shoulders. Feel your breath traveling deep into those hips, into that belly. Now again, you only move when you're ready. When the hip, if this is tight in the hip, stay here, the knee. Otherwise, draw the heart forward. Feel the weight traveling through the base of the right foot. That right knee is right in line with that hip. We're not pulling it in. Feel your shoulders reaching to those hips as you lengthen. And this knee will like to float up towards that rib cage. Try to relax it. Even if it means coming up a little bit taller to release that tension, then we do so. Remember, we're here for the journey. It doesn't matter how low we go. Beautiful job. Heart's open, chin is down. And then when you're ready, to slowly, slowly take a deep breath in to prepare. Draw the tailbone into the chair and begin to contract the core as we exhale up to a nice tall position. Slide that leg off carefully. We go into our little soccer kicks just to make sure the knees realigned, that everything feels good. Beautiful. Now with our nice tall position, breath is into the belly. Find your stance here. Now we take that heel out, lengthen. Bring that toe back. We are not going to keep pushing. If this knee is not happy right now, we're going to keep doing our soccer kicks. We don't go through pain just because we're now moving on. You're going to slow it down. Now notice how your shoulders begin to twist with that movement. And again, bring the hands in if you like. Let's try with one palm. Back to center. Maybe both palms. Lengthen. Looking forward. Shoulders back and down. Body is tall and proud. Or looking to the side with that same posture. Extending. Perfect. And a lot of our joint discomfort, uncomfortable positions, is due to imbalance of the muscles around that joint. One's pulling more than the other, putting lots of strain on those joints. So we need to realize what is weaker and allow those muscles to balance out with the stronger ones. Let's go 2 more. Extend, open the heart, be nice and tall. And then on our final one, extend and bring it back. Well done. Walk it out. Feel that warmth through both legs. Walk the feet nice and wide. The heels are still under the knees. If you need to, turn your chair. If you feel safer, toes poking out, hands slide to the inside of those knees. Take a deep breath in. We're going to roll down. Tailbone lifts, belly opens, chest opens. And we're going to sweep through. Now we should feel really stable here as we pull the shoulders back, tuck the tailbone and roll up. Now my movement can be really big if I feel safe to do so. My knees are wide, or my body is moving smaller movements to where I feel secure. Just make sure we get to the top, the shoulders relax. We pause for a moment, enjoy this. And as we draw the belly, the heart, and the crown forward, we domino back up the other way. One more time, big belly, big chest. There we go, crown forward and roll up softly. We're using the back and the core, not so much of the arms, and especially be careful with the wrists. Take your left shoulder to your right knee, look over that right knee. Look behind to that right elbow possibly if you feel good here. Breathe into it, hold. And slowly inhale. The body inflates, the body floats up safely and controlled. Drop your right shoulder to your left knee. In that direction as we look over to that left elbow. Perfect. Inhale up. Body grows nice and tall, just like an inflatable balloon. Drop the left shoulder to the right knee. Watch the knees don't float in. Keep the back and the core strong as we come up and inhale. Try not to load the wrists. Protect those wrists. Right shoulder, left knee. Perfect. Roll up. And then using the mobility of those ankles, bring the heels in, toes in. Heels and toes as they touch, we're going to open back up and close it up. If I'm going a little fast, slow it down. And if you like to go 1 foot at a time, please feel free to. This is your practice, your workout. Good. One more time. Nice and wide. Good. Open those toes. Try to use as many different movements as you can as we come back in. Bring the feet a little wider so that they're underneath the knees. And we're going to come out of our chair. So prepare yourself. Take a deep breath in. Let the hands slide to the sides. And again, move when you're ready. Inhale, reach forward. If you need another chair there, grab it. Press into those feet, roll the body up with strong, strong legs. Perfect. Walk to the side. Use that chair. And whatever side you're on, I'm going to be on the right side if that works for you. Perfect. We're going to slide that right knee up. Curl that ankle or heel towards the left ankle, and we're going to breathe into that left hip. Find your posture, not your shoulders to your ears, but your posture's tall. Staying here, release your right hand. Thumb to the sky, chest is open. And if you're comfortable, you can release both hands. Try not to load the toes. Maybe we hold in prayer. You can always release that left arm to the chair if needed. Perfect. Now we're just going to open and close this hip carefully. So if you want to start with the hand on the chair just to see what we're doing, go ahead. Bring the knee in slowly, pivoting on the toe or the balls of the feet. And don't have to overdo it. We don't want to close the door into the wall. We want to just close the door, open to the hip. Feel the hips expand and then drop back in. Now we're not locking the left knee. We're breathing into that left side. If the toe can float off the floor, that's fine. If the hands can be out to the sides, this is another option, but very challenging for the balance. Perfect. Or we can be standing in prayer. Nice wide knee. Nice closed knee. So whatever option you pick, shoulders are relaxed. Perfect. Try 2 more, whatever level works for you. Play around with it. If you fall out of your pose, that's okay, but just make sure you're safe. Perfect. Let that leg or that knee come forward, lower it to the floor, and gently walk it out. Work the stability of the knees and the hips. Step behind your chair. We're going to go to the other side and try it on this side. So as we go with those heels under the body, really think about where your breath is going. Get it into that right hip. When you're ready, the chair is there if you need it. Bring that left knee forward. Softly hold. And once again, we can float it off the floor. We can have the arms to the sides. We might even go into prayer. And even moving in and out of these motions with your hands challenges the balance. So see how you feel. We're going to begin the movement on that left leg. So if you want to hold the chair just for balance, breathe into your right hip, get that nice tall posture. Open the knee when you're ready, but let the knee open, not just the ankle. Bring the knee back. We should feel this right in our hip. Breathe in as we expand, opening that breath into the hips, and then exhale, core strength, leg strength, power. Inhale. Good, and bring it back. And again, the arms can open with the leg. They can stay at prayer. We can use that chair. Watch, we don't load or lock that right knee. There we go. Let's try one more. Open it up. Perfect. Bring it down. And with as much control as we have left, lower that leg down and walk it out. Good job. All right, now let's turn the chair or come behind the chair, whatever's easiest for you in your space. Hands are going to rest on the chair. We're just going to walk back. Now we're going to keep the knees soft, the tailbone's going to go high. We're going to lengthen the body as the tailbone reaches. If you pass your heels, walk your heels back a little further. Relax your elbows, but lift your elbows slightly out so we can drop the heart down. Now be very careful with shoulders here. Now we're always curled forward. We want to try to expand as much as we can. Imagine you're laying your heart on that floor. Your toes are soft and spread out. Your fingertips can extend, but your elbows are high. And then pull your shoulders slowly towards your hips. Now with very little pressure, we're going to look up towards those fingertips, beyond the hands that are resting on the chair. And pull the shoulders back. Feel your heart rising. Tailbone is still high. Lower the heart down. Follow that heart with your eyes. And then we're looking back towards the floor, ear between the arms, chest lowering, tailbone rising. Use that big breath in to rise you up, keeping the shoulders gently pulling back. Heart shines to the back of the chair. Perfect. And as we lower down, lengthen. So if we've had an injury to one shoulder, we might have to take one arm down and protect that shoulder, or we come a little bit closer and not go as deep into our extension. Breathing up, tailbone lengthening. Good work. Now as we lower, we're going to bend those knees. Tuck your tailbone, roll that body all the way up and walk yourself to that chair. Perfect. Now the chair is there for support. Step back with your left foot. So as we go back, the left foot's going to reach back. We're going to take the right hand and we're going to extend it to the sky. You're going to feel a curving sensation, a shoulder rolling back, chest open. Perfect. Now as we hold here, breathe into your belly, breathe into your chest. Lower slowly down. And let your body come nice and tall. Soften this left leg. Breathing in once again. We're not locking the right side. We're just opening up across the body. Nice. Now as we lower back down, hands going to come to the chair. We're not going to lock that right knee. We're going to bring that left heel towards your sits bone, towards your glute. We're going to gently release. You're going to feel your hamstrings contract up into your glutes. Your back will be contracting softly as well. Let's try 2 more. The key here is not to pull with the shoulders. We've got a little balance happening, but we should still feel safe. Rise it up. Now we're going to hold. If you're good here, you can reach back, try to find that ankle, flexing the foot into a quad stretch. Deep breath in, hips are open, shoulders are back. And again, do what works the best for you. Good. Slowly lower, and then just walk it out. Start on the other side. As we go to the other side, step back with your right foot. See how the left foot feels. We don't want to load the left leg, but the left arm is going to float up this time, curving through the body. Shoulders relaxed. And then as we soften that right knee, we bring that left arm down. We take a break. Breathe in. Open and extend. Shoulders down. So even that left shoulder, which we like to keep up, try to bring it down. Try one more. Up we go. Chin is tucked. Back contracts. Opening across the chest and then releasing. Hands can come to the chair. We're going to bring that right heel up. Feel a soft contraction. Now we're usually very tight in our hamstrings, so I want you to focus, yes, on the contraction, but on the lengthening as you put that leg down. Feel it lengthen out. Teach the muscle to release. So yes, we can contract because we know we're usually tight here. It's usually small muscle. Now let's get the small muscle to remember how long it used to be and lengthen. Those muscles sometimes forget. So even with this power that we want through the legs, we need the lengthening. Now this time we're going to bring it up. We can choose to hold. We can bring the knee back, the heel up a bit more. We can reach back and maybe grab that ankle if possible. Let's breathe. Feel your hip opening as you reach back with the foot or as you hold the ankle. Shoulders open. Good work. Slowly release, carefully release. And then breathe into both hips, walk it out. Good job. Now we're going to stay behind the back of our chair. We're going to take this left leg either to a stool or up onto the chair. Toes are going to face the same direction. And again, we could use a block. We could use anything that we have around that we feel safer if this is too high. You've got the back of the chair for support. Take your right hand to the knee, on that left knee, and with nice tall posture, bring your belly towards that knee and just look over your left shoulder. Now again, we can have a foot on the block, we can have our toe to the floor, and we can take the hand to the hip even and look over that left shoulder. Relax, but stay tall. And then back over, looking towards the left. Perfect. Now this is a very controlled, gentle movement. The body needs to be tall to do this movement, and as we open up to the neck, we look over that left shoulder. If we are good here, add a bit of an arm, extend to the right, look down your palm, turn your thumb to the outside. And again, we don't even have to have this leg up. We could have this on the floor if we feel safer. We could bring the hand across to the hip or to the left knee, and then look over the left shoulder, palm down, shoulder down. Inhale, open. Belly breath, get it down deep, and then exhale to the left. Inhale, belly breath, nice and deep. And then bring it back. Beautiful. 2 more. Breathing in. Remember, no pain. And we need to feel safe, otherwise the body tenses right up. Last one. Perfect. Bring the hand back to the knee, left hand to the chair if you've removed it, and bring that left leg back down or back to the heel. Walk it around that chair. And as we know, from one side to the other can be very different. So as we go from one side to the other, see how the right side does. Make sure you're close to your chair for balance. Maybe this is a side you can get right up on that chair, maybe it's not. So just adapt it as you need. Our key here is to get the body nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. So the left hand's going to come to the right knee if we can, or to the right hip. We're going to look over to the right side. Come back. You can even release the hand if you feel better doing so. Over to the knee, look to the right. And again, our next option, of course, is take it to a nice expanding inhale. And exhale. Stay tall, be tall, shoulders soft. Inhale. Remember how you said bring our legs or bring our hands out the window of a car when the wind was blowing as we're driving down the road, and just feel the air flow through your hand? Same idea. Thumb goes back, and then we softly bring it back in. Nice tall spine. 2 more. Gentle, gentle movements. And then release. Breathe in. Good job. Bring that knee down as we release the hand, that ankle off the chair if it's there, and walk it out. Good work. Now behind the chair, we're going to have a nice wide stance. Now this stance will be different for everyone. I've got long legs, so my stance needs to be wider. We want to make it so that when we bend the right knee, lengthen the left, that we can still see our toes poking beyond that knee when we bend. We don't want to be having the knee coming off to the outside of the foot, so we have lots of stability. We're going to use our 4 points in our right foot to make sure we don't collapse on that arch. All right, inhale, start small, slide to the left. Now if we're a little more flexible on one side, we might have to go a little bit lower, a little wider. Inhale, balance it out, both knees soft, just slide it over. Knee comes forward. Good, feel that lengthening up into the groin. Back to center, over to the other side. Good. Hands can stay on the chair, hands can go to the thighs. And then slide. All right, I'm going to give you one more option. When we go to the left-hand side, hand can come to that left leg, the right hand can go up to the sky. We can still use the chair if we need. Feel the length through that rib cage and that strength in the left leg. And then slowly come down. Balance out both knees. Slide to the right. Right hand to that knee, or you're still holding the chair. Bring the left arm up. Drop that left shoulder. Hold and breathe. Feel that hip opening as we release. Back to center. Slide to the left. Check that knee, make sure it's safe. No pain as we roll that arm up And again, the shoulder drops. If this is too high, we go to hand on hip, hand on shoulder, or the sky. Hand comes down first as we slide back to center. One more side. Slide to the right, lift to the left. Open that body up. Shoulder down, no kissing that shoulder. The old kiss test. If you can kiss the shoulder, it's too close. Perfect. Let the hand come down, come back to center. Hands to the chair. Heel toe your way back in. One at a time, both together, whatever works for you. Perfect. Now, behind that chair. We're not going to sit down quite yet, but what we're going to do is walk our feet a little further away. So when we bend our knees and our tailbone goes back, we're going to pretend we're sitting into an invisible chair. The key here is the chair is there if you need it, but try not to put weight into the hands. Perfect. Come up nice and tall. Now watch when I go down, my knees don't go together, they don't go wide. I go straight down. I can still see my toes. My body is nice and tall, so I'm looking forward. And then keep your eyes on me as we go back down. Try not to collapse. Good. Come back up. We need to keep these legs nice and strong. They get weak, we start using the shoulders, the wrists to get up and down. And we load way too much weight into these smaller joints. Good. Now if my knees are hurting right now, I'm just not going as deep. Perfect. Safe knees. Come back up. Let's go 2 more. Exhale, lower. Shoulders soft. Take that breath in. Grow tall, 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 tall. Don't lock the knees. One more time. Exhale, lower. Good. And come back up. Perfect. Shoulders relaxed. Come to the front of your chair. Now before you sit down, if those legs are tired, use the chair for support, but try to come up nice and tall in front of your chair. Know where your chair is. Pretend that there's a table there. Pretend that you've got that support. Shoulders relaxed. And take a deep breath in. Exhale. Use your core. Use your quads. Lower down. You can use one hand to reach for the chair if you need a little more safety. And relax. Well done. Slide your heels forward. Bring your hips to the edge of the chair. And then we're going to just rock the left leg out to the side, tuck the right leg underneath. Now if we can go to our shoelaces, that's just fine. If we need to go, can we go to the balls of the feet, open up the toes, see how the foot feels. Left arm is on the backrest, body is tall. Look over that left knee. Perfect. Take your right hand, float it up to the sky. Drop your right shoulder, open it up, and then as you turn, look to the center, look to the back, and follow your hand all the way around. Perfect. As the hand passes the hip, we can lengthen this back leg if we're comfortable doing so, or otherwise keep it bent. Inhale up, opening the chest, circling around through the hip, and reach towards that back heel and come back to front. Now if this hurts my shoulders, I just make this circle smaller with the arm. Breathing in. Just because the arm is smaller doesn't mean I don't use my nice deep breath. Perfect. Reach to that back leg, open through that chest, lengthen through the body. Slow it down as much as you need. Take the breaks if you need. Good job. One more time. The breath is in the belly, into those hips. Perfect. Now that hand's going to come forward. We're going to reach. Place a weight to that left heel. I want you to grab that apple off that shelf. I want you to bring it back to your shoulder. And get a little possessive over that. Now reach. Left shoulder falls back, right shoulder comes forward, right shoulder is going to go back, left shoulder is going to be in front. Perfect. Reach. Exhale. Use that core, not just your shoulder to pull back. Remember these nice big muscles we have, the back, the core, not just always up in the shoulders and wrist area. Let the body twist and move. Breathe in, lengthen. The breath is supporting the spine. As we exhale, we feel power. One more. Well done. There we go. Let the hands slide down by your sides. Grab the inside of your chair if you can. Bend that back knee a little bit more and open up those knees. Walk those feet together. Loosen up those hips. Now when you're ready, let's try the other side. Right leg opens. Back leg can stay bent. And again, adjust for your hips. You might be able to extend it fully back. You may not be able to. Good. Now as the hip opens, just breathe into it. This might be where you stay. Shoulders are relaxed, body is tall. Good. Now let's take that hand up. Hold. Don't go all the way around quite yet. Let your body adjust. Make sure we're not pinching the back. We're breathing and lengthening through the crown, nice and tall. Lower down to that hip. Let's do one more. Just let the body figure out what we're doing. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and then release. Good job. All right, let's try it all the way around if you can. Nice long arm, bent elbow. Breathe in, and slowly down. Open. Down we go. Reach to that left heel. Feel the movement through the spine. Shoulders soft and relaxed. And again, no pain. Please don't push through pain. Enjoy your movements. Compliment your body for what it can do instead of always worried about what it cannot do. Being so critical is not good for our minds. Enjoy the movement you can perform and focus on that. Let's go one more. Deep breath. Shoulders down, lengthen. Reach. Soften the shoulder, pull it back. Inhale. That breath is lengthening the body, protecting the spine, the shoulders, and as we come back, use your core, use your back. Breathing in, support the back. Exhale, use that core. Protect that apple. And as we extend to reach for the next one, right shoulder's back, and we pull back to left shoulder going back. Two more. Good. Take the breaks as you need. And on our final one, let the shoulder relax, bring it all the way back, release it to the hip, grab the inside of your chair, and begin to rotate back to center. Now that we're safely back on the edge of the front of our chair, bring those heels underneath those knees. Perfect. Toes forward, spread those toes out. Perfect. Hands come to the sides. Now we're going to just let the shoulders roll back. We're going to take those hands and we're going to reach to the chair. So the chair can be right by the hips. It can be slid back by the back of the chair rest. Depending on what chair you have, try and reach back. Draw the heart forward. Shoulder blades come together, but breathe into it. Now our habit will be to drop the head down. That's a lot of pull through the spine. So try to lift your crown, stay nice and tall. Think about breathing into the chest. The gentle string drawing your heart forward, not your head down. We can see our toes still poking out beyond the knees. Just give yourself this nice opener. Perfect. Now bend those elbows, lean a little bit back, bring the hands forward. We're going to take the palms up to the sky, elbows to the ribs. We're going to reach forward, place the weight through the feet, lengthen, but don't go too high with the hands. Just reach forward. You're giving me a platter. Draw back those elbows, bring back the platter, find your height, shoulders back. Breathing in. Exhale, draw it back. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it forward. Wonderful. Now we're just going to open up the hands a little wider, out to the sides. And instead of bowing forward, I want you to reach to the right. Lengthen. Feel your sits bones still pressing in the chair. But breathe in. Exhale that right hand back, elbow to ribs, shoulders down. Try the left side. Inhale. Relax and release. Perfect. Try not to use the neck and the shoulders. Try to lengthen through the ribs. Beautiful. Lengthen. Bring it back. One more each side. Lengthen. Nice. Last side. Perfect. Now with the elbows to the ribs, bring the fingertips together. And I want you to open up the palms. I want you to gently, gently press those fingertips so that we have a nice curved effect. That we're not pushing into the knuckles and loading the knuckles, but we have a nice rounding effect of the fingers. Now we're going to do a little mind-body connection. Sometimes the body disconnects with its firing to where we want to focus. So we're going to just connect the thumb and the pinky and switch. Elbows stay level. And then we're just going to switch it once again. Now if you notice the shoulders have little contractions from side to side, but just even touching the brain, the eyesight to the connecting with those fingers. Good. So if you can do this with your eyes open, try and close your eyes. See if you can find those fingers. And if you can't, that's okay. Maybe one eye open. It's amazing how challenging some things are to do when we take away some of our senses. So vision's away, we still have the sense of touch. We have the history of doing it beforehand, which the brain should be aware of. One more time. Well done. A little brain teaser there. Let the arms go down. Sweep those arms up nice and tall. And slowly lower to very soft, gentle prayer hands. See how your shoulders are. Bring your heart forward. Breathe into those thumbs. We're going to bow forward, lengthening through the spine. And then we're going to tuck that tailbone in and roll the body as if we're protecting these prayed hands. And then presenting it, very prideful. As we come forward, roll forward, tuck it in. And the hands can separate and go to the legs if you need a little more support, but make sure the shoulders come down each time. Reach, lengthen. Feel the back muscles, feel the chest muscles, the core, the spine. One more time. Bigger isn't always better, so let's go slow. Start small. Think about the movement of your spine more than anything else. Well done. Hands come to the sides of the chair. We're going to wiggle our hips back. Put a pillow around you. Do what you need to be as comfortable as you can. And if you can, prevent yourself from resting on the backrest because they're made for comfort, not for posture, most chairs, unless you have a nice good upright chair, then that's okay. But try to make sure that you've got a nice tall posture, shoulders back. Try to get out of that arched over position. Palms are going to come to the front, thumbs are going to roll to the back. Close your eyes. Now I want you to breathe in through the nose. See where the breath is easy to go. So it'd probably be more of your natural breath. Can you dig a little deeper with the breath? Can you take it through the nose and maybe a little further down? Feel the belly maybe expand a little more. Notice the tongue relaxing in the mouth. And just breathe. Shoulders down. Now taking your right hand, bring your pointer finger towards your right nostril. And try and breathe through that side of your body. Now if you have a hard time breathing through your nose, we don't want to panic. We want to just go slowly. The more relaxed you can be, the calmer the breath goes in. But very focused here. And notice the more calm you get, the easier this becomes. The deeper you can take it. So the tension or motion in our body play a huge role in how we channel our body. We're under a lot of stresses, lots of treadmill lifestyles. Slow it down. Take the hand away. Now breathe in through both nostrils as you relax through the shoulders, through the feet. You might find it a little easier without any added mouth breath where you might have had to do before. Now again, when you're ready, each side slightly different, take the pointer finger on the left hand and just gently close off the nostril, breathing into it. Relax the mind. Nothing else matters. Now keep building deeper and deeper into the body. And don't do this where you start to gasp or panic. This is just something we build on. Notice from one side to the other. Shoulders relaxed, glutes relaxed. And on your next exhale, let that nostril go. Sit nice and tall. Use both nostrils to breathe in. And notice how efficient we become when we can focus on one thing at a time over a whole bunch of other scattered thoughts. Close your eyes, tuck your chin, lengthen through your crown. Slowly roll the chin towards that right shoulder. Breathe into the left side of the neck. Try to keep the left shoulder back if you can. Enjoy the sensation, the openness. And then when you're ready, breathe in, bring the head up and over. And softly over to that left shoulder. Use your breath. Enjoy the softness it's creating. Feel the weight of your hands as the shoulders relax. Breathe back in, bring the head over to the right shoulder one more time. Finishing off the neck release. And then carefully back and over to the other side. And then as we come back to center, close your eyes. Give yourself a couple more minutes here. And just purely compliment yourself on what you've done today, just by even sitting here doing this yoga, to your body's movements, to the strength you've created, the mobility you're creating, and just the self-care that you're giving yourself. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel the energy for your day, the calmness. And then slowly begin to wiggle each joint of each finger. Feel the softness in the hands, the gentleness of each hand, through the wrists, through the forearms, elbows. Moving softly and gently for our own bodies, to the shoulders possibly. And then one more time, we're going to lift those arms up, carefully guiding them. Soft, relaxed necks, taking it right to prayer. And then with a soft breath in, put a smile on your face, begin to bow to our namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. Take care.